Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and this video might surprise some of you, I guess, unless you actually know my channel. People have been giving Wizards a hard time about something, and I don't think that's fair. I don't think that they're assessing this correctly. If you are now experiencing chest pains or some kind of numbness in your limbs, you might want to call a doctor. I think you're having a heart attack. But hey, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When they do something stupid and mess up, I make a video about it. When they do something awesome, I make a video about it. In other words, when they do something and make a video about it, I'm basically the news. Well, gee, Des, why do you make so many negative videos? Bitch, did you fail math? It's because Wizards keep screwing stuff up. But don't worry, we're entering the feedback era.
A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
the copyright claim. Seriously, that was like 7 seconds. They better not. Now, I didn't make a video on this because, I don't know, I just didn't really have any good ideas. Maybe I'll make one. I don't know. If you want me to make it, leave it down in the comment section. But they wrote this whole article about how they're entering the feedback era of Magic, where they want to hear from us. I have nothing nice to say about that. We all know who the us is, and it's not us. It's not you and me. It's their, butt-kissing, like, echo chamber or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, their YouTube comment section is apparently not an echo chamber, which is weird because they do curate it. I'm actually permanently banned from it on one of my 3 accounts. Y'all might be seeing some Desolator Gaming comments on their videos. I'm just saying. And besides people saying this is cringy and awful, I hate every last one of you, make a better video, one of the less popular topics, but still prevalent, was, oh, Return to Ravnica, get a new idea. Oh, you're just copying yourself. You can't come up with any new ideas. We went to Space Japan, and it was just copying Japan poorly. Then we went to Space England. Then we went to Space Egypt. Wizards hasn't made anything new pretty much ever. Everything they do is, as they call it, based on something. And I know everything's based on something. All music is based on other music. All stories are based on other stories, but they're like inspired by it. It's like the general idea. I mean, Wizards is like, hi, we're copying this. So even if they came up with a brand new plane and it was just the Wild West, then they're just copying that. I mean, it's like, yeah, you have a point that Wizards has no new ideas, but not in the context of, oh, look, we're returning to Ravnica again. Oh, how terrible. See, what people need to realize is that to an extent, they have the mechanics, the cards, the interactions, and everything planned out, and then they plan the story. Now, that's not quite true for Ravnica, so there is a little bit of, truth in the people's complaints, I guess, because the guilds dictate the colors. But from what I've heard, some of the earlier sets, I can't think of an exact example, but we'll just say like Theros. They were like, oh, Theros, we wanted to do a mono-colored set. We wanted to do something with mono for once. And so we built the storyline around it. But just think about it. The 5 gods could have been 2-color gods. Well, actually, wait, there was more than 5 and some of them were 2 colors. I didn't read that storyline. I mean, you think they said, oh, well, we need I got this backwards last time. I think it was a sword broke off and they made it into a spear. Because I think the last time I said it was a spear broke off and they made it into a sword. Either way, oh, well, Godsend, okay, and this is what it does in the story, which we've already written. So now, according to the story, what should the sword do? No, they wanted a sword that exiled crap. Then they just kind of shoehorned it into the story. They're like, we want a hyper-powerful weapon that does this. Cool, write a hyper-powerful weapon into the story. Oh, we want a blue-white planeswalker that does this. Okay, Dovin Bond, make him one of those Vidalcan people. I mean, they don't say, let's return to Ravnica. Okay, now redo Ravnica, everybody. And that's the other thing is, I've kind of hinted at this in the other video. If they were to remove the entire storyline, now it's not Ravnica, it's whatever, like some Khans of Tarkir clone, it's some tribal thing. Oh, and there's 10 tribes, and we're going to do 5, and then we're going to do 5. And these are the colors, and these are the mechanics, and here's a brand new plane you've never seen before. What the hell would be the difference? Everybody would be like, oh, cool, the new plane, I'm so excited, this is awesome. And literally all they would change is the background story. They could keep all the mechanics and all the cards the same. I mean, they never said we're bringing back Extort, we're bringing back... Wow, that is the only one I can think of. We're bringing back all the guild mechanics. It's literally the same thing twice. Woo! And I mean, if you want to say, oh, I'm sick of hybrid creatures that are like science experiments, like that's awfully specific. And even in that context, it could still make a card that does absolutely anything. And I'm talking about, what is it, Simic, I think? They do the science stuff. And even if you're like sick of them, like the guilds, well, they changed up all of what they're dressing. They even changed what season it is. I don't know if you watched a video or not, but they said that it's now going to be the fall season in like the whole plane, I guess. If the plane is a planet and it's a sphere, that doesn't really make sense if you think about it. Actually, for planes to have seasons at all, that doesn't really make sense, because who says the planet's tilted on the axis? But I mean, they changed the outfits, they've got new characters, and even if a character that's famous in a guild comes back, okay, now Isperia is back, it's not going to be the same Isperia, it's not going to do the same damn thing. So everybody's acting like this is the same thing over again. They made up new mechanics that we've never seen before. They brought back mechanics that people wanted brought back that were popular, and they're going to do that. And the color combinations and the style of fixing and the style of gameplay. Is it control heavy? Is it not? Is it fast? Is it not? Is it combo heavy? Is it not? I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard that they said we wanted tribals. We wanted like synergistic tribals. And then we made dinosaurs and, you know, vampires and whatever. And in fact, that was a brand new plane. We've never heard of Ixalan, but we could have returned to another one. Still had dinosaurs, still had tribals, you know, still had vampires. Vampires are everywhere. And people would have said, oh, it's the same thing over again. Wizards get some new ideas, even though it's like all new mechanics, mostly. I mean, flying and like lifelink are not a mechanic, you know, in life gain. And like ETB triggers and stuff, you know, they came up with some new stuff. I liked Enrage. Enrage was wonderful. What if they come up with another Enrage mechanic? Well, not the same thing, just something on par with that level of creativity and awesomeness. And they threw it into the new Ravnica set because that's probably what they're going to do. So I think there's really not a lot of merit. And so for the people that are, you know, just don't get it, they think we're going to see the exact same mechanics. Oh, get out 10 guild gates and win. Oh, they better not, and I don't think they will. And even in the storyline, people could say, well, I'm sick of the guilds. I'm sick of hearing about them. I'm sick of them being in the storyline. You got a little bit of a point there, but it doesn't affect the gameplay. I mean, it's just the story. And plus, any kind of loose ends, any kind of like cliffhangers or anything left over from the last time we were on Ravnica, I wouldn't know. I didn't read it. I mean, I'd prefer that to get wrapped up eventually. I mean, like, what the heck? That's like ending an anime series early and just never resolving anything. It's just dumb. So I don't have a problem even in the story with going back to something and like ending it. And plus, if you really just don't like Ravnica as a plane, personally, I don't care for it. I don't really like it. I think their political and governing structure is crap. I think most of the guilds are awful, and I wish they'd be wiped off the planet, and it sounds like, ooh, something probably going to happen to them in the third set. So, I mean, if you don't like Ravnica as a place and you don't want to be there because you're sick of the guilds and their crap, right there with you, but FYI, they're probably going to blow it all to hell in the third set. So, yeah. See, this is why when Wizards reads their comment section, they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of haters. There's no substance to this. We don't need to listen to them. Because of people just spouting off, like, baseless stupidity like this. They probably have it in their heads that, oh, 20% of people aren't going to be happy no matter what we do. Let's just ignore it. And then people are like, card quality. I want my cards to be, you know, playable and shuffleable and, like, not curl. And they're like, people are just complaining. They don't get it. They don't get the economics of, you know, the rise in paper prices, and they don't understand it. This was the best corporate decision. We can just write them off and ignore them. Oh, people don't like our social justice stuff. They can just deal with it. There's, you know, a certain portion of people are just going to be haters. So if you're one of those couple people that are like, oh, RTR again. Oh, I hate Ravnica. Come up with some new ideas. First of all, when they come up with new ideas, usually they're like, horrifically insensitive. I mean, Kaladesh was not quite a slap in the face to Indian people, but Space Japan, aka Kamigawa, was. Okay, not to Indian people, to Japanese people. Oh my god, I know somebody would have said that. So, you know, just take the storyline for what it is. Cool, we're fighting Nicol Bolas, a plan, a thing, you know, things are happening, the storyline's moving. I mean, I don't know how anybody can really complain about that. And wait for the set to come out. I'm not saying it won't maybe be horribly repetitive, a giant blast from the past, they're bringing back half the mechanics, and it will be tiresome and like, oh, we've seen this before, I've already played with this. But honestly, I seriously doubt it. I really just don't think that will happen. But what I do think will happen is a sponsor for this video. Are you ready for this? I'm unleashing a brand new sponsor. Just kidding, it's not brand new. You've heard of it before. Ooh, now you're thinking, you're like, what is it? What could it possibly be? Tell me, Des. I swear if you don't shut up and tell me, I will fast forward this video 15 seconds and find out for myself. Well, too late. It's me. I'm the sponsor. I was the sponsor all along and you never knew it. Shyamalan twist. So if you want to support my broke ass on Patreon, that would be awesome. Currently, my awesome patrons not only get access to my totally epic Discord chat, but also they're helping me come up with all kinds of stupid meme clips to put in the new remix, which FYI is going to be the latest Wizards video. Oh, duh. I mean, duh. Come on. Like, Come on. I'm not gonna not meme that. But also, boom, bonus sponsor. It's back. After literally like 4 months of legal issues, my Teespring store is back. And if those ass clowns over at Teespring don't cough up the information for who the fuck filed a fake DMCA takedown on my shirts, I'm gonna get a subpoena and we gotta find out the hard way. I am gonna find out who the fuck filed that bullshit, and I know damn well they didn't use their real first and last name, but I also suspect that they didn't exactly use a proxy. Bitch, your ass better have come down from the ceiling like Mission Impossible and not set off any sensors, or I'm gonna find you. I don't care how old you are, I don't care who you are, I don't care where you work, I don't even care what country you're in. You're gonna pay for this. You lost me money while those shirts were taken offline, and when people fuck with my money, I fuck with their whole life. Now that said, find the link in the description. We got some great shirts. I re-uploaded most of them. I think I might have skipped one that was really stupid and sold one copy. No offense to the person who bought it. But seriously, we got some dank-ass memes on these shirts. And if you buy a shirt, take a picture of yourself in it and send it to me, I will send you the login information from my channel. You can have it. It is yours. Terms and conditions apply, and those terms and conditions are that I'm not going to do that. How are you going to send me the picture? I don't know. I sure as shit don't check my Twitter ever. But hey, check them out. They're pretty cheap and lowered the price below what other people pay for shirts because I'm just like, they're charging too much. I wouldn't even buy it for that price. But seriously, like if I ever go to some convention or something and you're there wearing a Desolator Magic shirt, I'll probably like freak out, maybe cause some kind of security incident, and then give you a hug for like an awkward amount of time. Like you'll be like, okay, this guy gotta let go of me eventually. Like, something weird's going on. Like to the point where as soon as I let go, you're like checking to see if your wallet's still there because you're like, that guy stole my wallet. And I'll be honest with you, I probably did. I'm hard up for money, so buy a shirt. Peace out, bitches.